You keep crying out for a breakthrough. But what if the thing that's holding it back isn't the devil, your circumstances, or even God's timing? What if it's you? What if, without even realizing it, you've been blocking the very blessing you've been praying for? There's a shocking truth that many believers ignore. God's promise isn't the problem, your posture might be. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 says, "Guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." And yet, your heart is cluttered with fear, offense, doubt, and unforgiveness that's silently sabotaging your own elevation. The first sign you're blocking your breakthrough is unforgiveness. Yes, even that justified bitterness you've been nursing. You say you've moved on, but your heart still holds records of wrongs. And according to Mark chapter 11 verse 25, God won't release what's next if you haven't released who hurt you. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about clearing the spiritual blockage between you and God. The second sign is pride in disguise, not loud arrogance, but the subtle belief that you know better than God. You keep trying to manipulate outcomes, force open doors, and script your own miracle instead of trusting His process. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18 warns that pride comes before destruction, which means you could be praying for promotion while holding onto attitudes that disqualify you from it. The third sign is delayed obedience, partial surrender masked as faith. You said yes to God, but you're still negotiating the details. You're obeying eventually, but delayed obedience is still disobedience. And God can't bless what He never authorized. Think of Jonah. He ran the opposite direction of purpose and ended up in a storm and a whale. Your storm might not be punishment, it might be protection, pushing you back into alignment. The fourth sign is wrong motives. James chapter 4 verse 3 says, "You ask and do not receive, because you ask wrongly, to spend it on your passions." You're praying for increase, but is it for purpose or for applause? You want success, but is it for kingdom impact or personal validation? God is not obligated to bless your ambition if it's rooted in insecurity. He answers prayers that align with His heart, not just your hustle. The fifth sign is a toxic environment. You're expecting transformation while staying in the same circle that feeds your doubt, drains your energy, and distracts you from your calling. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33 says, "Bad company corrupts good character." You can't fly with eagles while nesting with chickens. Sometimes the breakthrough isn't about what God brings in, but what He calls you to leave behind. The sixth sign is impatience masked as faith. You claim to trust God, but deep down, you're frustrated with His timing. Like Saul in 1 Samuel chapter 13, you're tempted to move without God just to escape the weight. But breakthrough that's rushed is often breakthrough that collapses. Faith isn't proven in shouting, it's proven in stillness. And the seventh sign is a lack of preparation. You say you're ready, but your habits, disciplines, and mindset say otherwise. God won't pour new wine into old wineskins. Luke chapter 5 verse 37. You want the platform, but have you built the character to sustain it? You want a kingdom marriage, but are you still entertaining counterfeits? You want financial overflow, but are you stewarding what you already have? Sometimes God isn't withholding the blessing. He's protecting you from it because He loves you too much to let it crush you. You keep crying out for breakthrough. But the truth is, breakthrough starts within. It's not just about what God wants to do for you, it's about what He needs to do in you. So here's the real question. Are you willing to surrender not just your desires, but your dysfunctions? Will you let go of the hidden habits, the silent jealousy, the quiet rebellion, the spiritual laziness that no one sees but God does? Will you trust that His no or not yet is not rejection, but redirection? Romans chapter 8 verse 28 says all things work together for the good of those who love Him, which means even this delay, even this silence, even this discomfort has divine purpose. The doors will open, the chains will break, the answer will come, but not while you're still carrying what can't go with you. So the challenge is this: stop blaming the enemy, your past, or even your prayers, and start asking, Lord, is it me? Because the greatest breakthroughs don't come through begging, they come through becoming. And maybe, just maybe, the moment you stop asking God to change your situation and start asking Him to change you, that's when everything will shift.